Hello, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I am your host, Evan from HIMediaTV. Today, I want to show you all a replay. Welcome back to Duel Commentary. It's been a minute since we've done this. Yeah. Obviously, I'm still recovering from being ill. And lo, we are here. So, I wanted to share this because it's very rare that games of Yu-Gi-Oh get into this. At least, like, it's not going to be this way until we get into like the K9 Yummy Draco Tail. Draco Tail's here, but we're still waiting on like Yummy and the K9 stuff and the Vanquish Soul with it. The current formats and stuff of Yu-Gi-Oh are not particularly amenable to large points of interaction, and this was a game with a large point of interaction, and I wanted to share it with you because of how detailed oriented it was. So let's get started. So my opponent very obviously bricks, and I open not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 fucking starters. A deck that is a opening hand that is quite literally, I don't care if every single card that they have is an Ash Blossom, something is getting one of these is gonna hit. So I lead with pre-preparation of rights because it is probably the least valuable starter that I have there. And they follow up with a Fualos. I was like, all right, bet. Let me do one special summon from the deck and hope, just so I can do that without giving them extra cards. And then they had a second one in hand. And I'm like, well, shit, at least they're only getting the one card. It is at this point where I basically am having to make the judgment, okay, let's make sure we do not activate any of the cards, because they're going to be drawing 2 cards from this, guaranteed, and that's no bueno. But, again, we opened every starter, so we're kind of good. Activate the effect of the level 1 on field. I get to the continuous because we've got everything. We're Gucci. I activate the archetypal pre-prep, and I add another BURBR and a fish recipe to hand. Use Fiendsmith's Track to get the level 3 Pendulum, because of course it's that great. Get rid of the redundant Bisquick in hand. Activate the Chef, get the field spell, use the field spell's effect to get the counter trap. We're cooking with gas. At this point, I summon Diviner of the Herald to get Herald of the Arclight, to get an Angry Burger, to shuffle the Angry Burger back to get the level 3. Activate the fish recipe, using the level 1 Pendulum to get out the Bisquick. Oh, sorry, my bad. Hit the wrong button. Get a meat recipe off of the effective fish recipe, activate Bisquick's effect, activate the continuous spell effects, activate the level 1 pen in the extra deck, all in sequence, 1 to the Pendulum Zone, add myself the continuous trap, and then excavate 5 off top with Bisquick's effect. Getting myself a second field spell for next turn. So at this point, I elect to use the Diviner on field for a level 3 Ponentes de Novelos, the level 3 Ritual, drawing an extra card, activating the effect of that to basically... I don't know why I made the other one, why I targeted the other monster, who cares. I shuffle the level 5 back to draw a new card. I just draw another one anyways. Set 2, draw another card and end step, pass turn. So at present, what my opponent is currently standing down the barrel of is 2 rituals that, one of which, if you interact with it directly, it'll eat your monster. If you target anything on the field, the other one will eat your monster. 2 separate spell trap points of interaction, and oh boy, here we go. So I'm going to be pausing this a lot. They open with Sylvia of White Forest. I realize, shit, I'm going against White Forest. Oh boy. I elect to negate its effect without destroying it, just so it's not able to immediately get into the graveyard, and I could maybe tribute over it. Yay. They use the Sylvie and the Pascatel to go into an IP, or an SP Little Knight, which is fine. So it's at this point that they elect to use the SP's effect, because it was technically a monster from the extra deck. Damn it. To get rid of my ritual, to get rid of my continuous spell. It is at this point I activate the chef, because it can be done. In response to that, the Recette de Pucelle, the staff recipe, gets activate, in which I can target the Bisquick and activate its effect. Its effect activates, my opponent elects to use the quick effect of SP to sort of get shit off the field. I then use the effect of the level 3, eating the SP plus the level 1 Pendulum to get out the level Void Glacier, the level 4. And I guess effects just whiff of some kind. I'm not saying boo to that. Anyways, we get out the level 3 using level 3 and level 1. Get out a token. The chef gets onto the field. The SP then banishes the continuous. Cool. I send 2 cards back off the Void Glacier, and also draw a card off of the level 3, and also add the level 1 Pendulum back to the Pendulum Zone. Draw an extra card, which is a pre-prep, which is a funny mouse tool that we'll use later. My opponent elects to just set 3 cards past, since I sent all of their potential playmakers back into the deck. And I'm looking at a hand that is the level 5, a Ben 10 to summon it, a pre-prep, another spell trap search with Restaurant, another way to just spam summon something out, and a ritual. Again, and in main phase I draw Fiendsmith Tract, so I can just get another chef if I want to, or go into a straight Fiendsmith line. I activate pre-preparation of rites. They chain Woes of White Forest to ideally special summon a monster, and that resolves. I'm not saying boo to that. They get Diabelle's the White Witch out, and then I elect to add the meat recipe and the level 2 that goes with it, because I want to pop some back row. I foolishly shotgun Chef de Novelas, thinking like, oh, I'm going to be augmenting the level, but no, it was actually the once per turn. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish one recipe ritual spell from your hand, deck, or graveyard and apply that activation. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to do that. Here we go. But my opponent decides to start chaining shit using specifically the Diabelle's thing. I elect to chain the effect of staff recipe to basically force a targeting and get started on tributing. Activate the level 3 Petelis de Novelas. They elect to imperm it to prevent me from activating that effect. The targeting of the imperm allows me to activate Void Glacier's effect, of making it so I can still eat their shit. They elect to use Sinful Spoils of Slumber's Morin to basically force my Void Glacier to face down defense position in the attempt to make it whiff. And then I send the staff recipe to the graveyard to be able to ritual summon a monster on my opponent's turn using the Void Glacier and the Novelis token. I put out the level 5 Belle Lumiere, who, by the way, because the targeting of it because of the way that Novelis work, they still get to resolve. So I get to tribute their monster plus the level 3 using Void Glacier's effect to get the level 6 out. Because Pontelis was not affected by Imperm, I get to use the Chef and the Belle Lumiere already level 5 already out to get another one out from deck. Staff recipe then goes through all that. Chef in Analysis effect activates, I elect to try and go summon the level 2 in hand, but my opponent, kind of seeing the writing on the wall, elects to concede. I'm gonna be honest. I loved this. And the reason I loved this was this duel had a level of density to it that you don't really get to see that much from a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels in Master Duel. In TCG and OCG, you will see them a little bit more, especially with the current types of cards running around. But this was just an absolute joy to play. It was cerebral, it was thought-provoking, and it was something that I don't really get to experience super duper much in Master Duel. So I just thought it was just a joyous time to have, and I wanted to share that with you so you guys could see this awesome, really fun duel myself. That was it. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at HIMediaTV/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at HIMedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.